This is the exception that shows what our government actually is. Our government is actually not this. Our government does not go after Amazon in general. Amazon has fucked over a lot of people, which is not really a surprise, but also bringing the aspect of this story that the Guardian's not going to generally bring you. Amazon duped millions into enrolling in Amazon Prime, a U.S. regulator says in a lawsuit. The U.S. Federal Trade Commission has sued Amazon for what it called a years-long effort to enroll consumers without consent into its paid subscription program, Amazon Prime, making it hard for them to cancel. The FTC and the U.S. agency charged with consumer protection filed a federal lawsuit in Seattle. And man, I hate that Prime shit, man. I rarely order from Amazon. Sometimes I've had no choice, rarely. But they make it so you can't even find the I don't want to join Prime button. You're like squinting around the screen. The no thanks like floats away as you get to it. You're like chasing it across. It's like, it's like you're basically trying to play Mario Brothers, and the no thanks, I don't want to join Prime is like a turtle. And you're trying to get like little guys bouncing along after it. It's really fucking annoying. And they make you not even know that I almost clicked it once because I thought it was just like, yeah, complete the order, finish it. Fuck. Yeah, and you don't even realize that you're agreeing to be in their goddamn cult where they charge you $100 a year. Fuck you, Amazon. It's like but I'm glad they're finally getting sued over this by the FTC. The FCC, the U.S. agency charged with consumer protection. Yeah, they do a great job of that. Do you feel protected? Do you all feel heavily protected by our American government? The U.S. agency charged with consumer protection filed a federal lawsuit. I already did that, where Amazon is headquartered, alleging the tech company knowingly duped millions of consumers into unknowingly enrolling in Amazon Prime through a secret project internally called Iliad. Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was a secret project. The lawsuit marks the first time the agency has brought Amazon to court. See, that shows you how little the FTC is actually protecting you, considering this is the first time they've ever brought something against Amazon, one of the most awful companies in our country. The first time they brought it, its chair, Lena Khan, took the helm in 2021. Khan, a former antitrust scholar, has been widely expected to take a harder line. So this shows you how our government is corrupted. The fact that they've never gone after Amazon for anything until now shows you how little our government actually has control over other corporations, because these corporations really are at the helm of our government. So generally, they don't get attacked. They don't get sued. Now, let's see what ends up happening. Maybe Amazon will apologize and they'll pay a little fine to the FTC, which is the cost of a parking ticket for Jeff Bezos. Who knows how it'll sort out? But chances are, however it sorts out, it will not be a big thing for Amazon. Amazon makes billions of dollars every year just from Prime membership. So just from the people they got to sign up for that thing. And having to pay, even if it ends up being $1 billion or a few $100 million or something, which sounds like a lot, it's still nothing compared to the money they've made by doing this, by being corrupt, by tricking people, by fooling people. So this is the exception that proves the rule. This is a perfect example of it. The FTC is going after Amazon for something Amazon does wrong, but it's the only time they've ever gone after Amazon. This is the exception that shows what our government actually is. Our government is actually not this. Our government does not go after Amazon in general. So again, yes, I'm glad they're doing this. Go the fuck after Amazon. Absolutely. That's your job. But, so in the complaint, it's the FTC has said Amazon is manipulative, coercive, deceptive user interface designs known as dark patterns to trick consumers into enrolling and automatically renewing Prime subscriptions. Yes, absolutely. But they've been doing this for how many years? How many years has Amazon Prime been around? Like 10? So it took a decade for the FTC to realize this was wrong. But secondly, you think that's the only deceptive, corrupt, manipulative thing Amazon does? Fucking no. Amazon crushes all kinds of other competitors. Like, they do all kinds of things. And this is it. This is all FTC could find. So I wanted to highlight this story because, yay, go after Amazon. I hope they ultimately get them. I hope they win this. But also I wanted to highlight it because this is how a government should behave and doesn't. This is how a government does not do after years and years. They've never gone after Amazon before. Haunted Hive over at leecamp.net says, hey, Haunted Hive, thanks for being here. Amazon just created a massive eyesore in my town. They gutted an old Kroger where they were going to make it an Amazon Fresh. Then they left. So now people looking to rent the building need a crap ton more money to just get it back to what it was. Wow, that is fucked up. I didn't even know. I don't even know what Amazon Fresh is. Is that an Amazon grocery store? Don't they own Whole Foods? Why don't they just... Anyway, that part, I guess, doesn't really matter. Point is, this is not uncommon. What you're talking about, Haunted Hive, which I hadn't heard of that one, but this is not uncommon for these massive entities. If they're going to buy a brick and mortar thing, they'll buy massive facilities because it's nothing to them. It's a tiny amount of money. They'll usually use them. Sometimes they won't. In this case, they didn't, but they'll usually use them. Then they'll leave. And they'll leave a massive empty entity that is just an eyesore that other companies may have moved around the area to be near it, and now it's gone. Walmart totally destroys communities in this way and in other ways. But this is just Amazon moving into the brick and mortar destruction of our country, of our people, of our communities. And this is how capitalism works. All the money funneled to just a handful of people. They can do whatever they want. They can destroy communities, and it doesn't really, no harm comes to them. Even when the FTC comes after them, they pay a parking ticket and they move on.